Now I'm just a bartender, and I don't like my work, but I don't mind the money at all.
Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results. I think we should go down and do one of those nights, be bartenders. I think that'd be really fun.
I think you'd be a much better bartender than I would be.
Well, I was a bartender for 6 years.
Oh, well, of course.
Well, he'd definitely be cuter. Just kidding.
It's nice to have a guy behind the bar, though, too.
We always like a beautiful woman behind the bar. It's always nice.
Really? That's good.
Sure.
So
Okay,
Rebecca
fine,
Boss.
Stephanie, you and I do it.
Absolutely.
I will.
I think it's great.
I still would do it. I'm not
Let's
saying I
do
wouldn't
it.
do it. Yeah, I would.
Well, it's the
We'll
three
put
of us
Jason
do
to
it.
work.
You guys can
Clean
tag
it.
team too. You can tag team.
he can
There's
clean the
room for 3
glasses
people
and wipe
behind
down
there.
the
Yeah, it's a big bar. I've actually
It's
been there.
Yes, it's about 35
beautiful.
feet long. We have 2 bars in the restaurant, actually. One we call the Solutions Room. So you can, if you have a problem, we can help you come up with a solution. So you can gather your people in there and drink solutions.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is the bar that's there, is that the original bar that was in there when you...
No, the space was completely empty.
Oh, it
and
was?
then yep. And then
Okay.
when we changed, the restaurant changed to the new restaurant bar. We did quite a few more changes and made it more open and more inviting and more welcoming
cool.
to the guests that come in.
Okay.
It's a really easy, laid-back, beautiful space, not pretentious, very inviting, and the staff is very close. We work together really well, and it shows.
So you were talked about that you're mission-based. So what are some of the charities that you have coming up? You had talked about the bar beer.
Yep. This month is Anne Bancroft, and actually she's going to be in tonight guest bartending for us with her sidekick. And so all the charities will go to the Anne Bancroft Foundation. And back to the bar beer that we had Barley Johns make, $1 of every beer sold will go to her foundation for the whole month.
Oh, nice.
And can you
So-
speak a little bit about her foundation and who she is? And
Yeah, she is a local woman who is a huge traveler, and she has a couple different causes that she donates to.
she was the person with the sled dogs, and that is
Yes.
that who I'm thinking,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Okay. Right.
Wow.
Awesome.
I thought I recognized that name, but I was
Well, I
like...
kind of recognize it too, but I'm
Yeah.
not putting it together exactly.
She was
where I
like,
saw
well,
her.
yeah. Do you know? Can you? Yeah, she was. I remember her name. Yeah, she was like the sled dogs, first woman to travel. Something like that. But so you had a partnership with Barley John Beer.
Yes, they're the
And
ones.
so every
yep.
organization that you bring in,
They made our own beer for us. It's a lighter beer. Anyone can drink it. It's beautiful, light. Yeah. And so we have our staff push it all month long. So we give out little samples if you're not sure. And then we really try to push really hard to raise those funds for the charities that we support.
That's great.
So if you're thinking of end of the year charity, you could probably
yes, for
reach out to see
donation.
about that
Yes, yes.
to be a bartender. Or if you're looking for a place to go out to downtown
And
at
take
night for
clients
dinner
for
or for
write-offs.
lunch, this is perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any rooms? I was thinking about that. Like, do you have space available, like for company? You know, like if me and 8 of my team members would want to come out for a dinner kind of meeting type of thing.
We do. We have a back private dining room we call the boardroom, and it holds up to 20 people. And it's curtained off, so it can be very private back there. And it's just a beautiful room set up. There is sound in there, so we could pump music in there. Then we have another area that we call the Solutions Room that has doors we can actually close off. The doors were from the original building, the Masonic Temple built in 1888, and we hung them up on a track, and they slide like barn doors would slide.
Oh, nice.
And it has its own bar and its own sound system in there also, and it has the disco lights, so if you want to have a party room and have a DJ in there, you could. And that's right on the corner of 6th and Hennepin, and that can hold up to 50 people seated and maybe up to 60, 70 standing in the bar area. And then we have the main part of the restaurant, which we call the 400 room, and that can hold 100 to 125 people. The whole restaurant holds 200 people very comfortably. And then we have our patio also, which we just rolled up the floor on that because the snow is coming. So we do have the sidewalk patio that's also available.
So how did you get, when we were talking about, with the Tony Robbins and the passion and so forth. So has it always kind of been a passion or a desire for you to own a restaurant, or what kind of drove you to this industry or be a part of it? Is it more about serving people or?
Well, I was involved with a couple of people that wanted to invest in a restaurant, and I jumped on board with that. They invited me in, and then they wanted out, and things changed, and that restaurant went away, and then here I still have this beautiful space. I loved the community that I was starting to meet downtown. I don't live downtown. I live in Apple Valley. So then I have another family downtown, and then we came up with a new concept. So it's a whole different concept, a whole new place.
So you're experienced in this, Rebecca. This isn't, because you said 2.5 months you've been in place with Bar, but you're not a brand new is it a restaurateur? Is that the phrase they use it for a restaurant?
And I am not a restaurateur.
You're an investor.
I was an investor in a restaurant, and
so you're not, but kind of? Is that what you're saying?
right. I guess you
Okay.
could say I am now. It wasn't my plan. My background is in interior design, so the restaurant looks like a beautiful living room. I'm
Oh,
not going to
nice,
lie. It's
nice.
spectacular.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
Katie and I are going to have to go there for sure.
Yeah, I have an amazing management staff that takes care of all the details, and they work very hard. And I do all the networking and marketing for the restaurant.
That's awesome.
So I'm the one out in the...
Because here's what you know, folks, and we all know, a lot of people know this, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're in real estate, mortgages, or business. Restaurants, you have to have a passion. Any business, you have to have a passion for,
Yes.
especially if you're going to do it on your own. But I would say restaurants, you have to have even more of a passion than other businesses, because it can be very difficult, and there's a lot of hurt. Every day there's struggles, right? And you got a lot going on. The inventory, the food. I couldn't imagine running that. Like, I like real estate, and I can run real estate, but but real estate necessarily isn't going to rot if I don't order too much of it at one time, or
Right.
or I got to get some people in there, and I'm
Right.
expecting 50 guests, and I get 10 guests, right? And promotion, and I mean,
Yes.
you're doing everything.
Well,
I
and
mean,
our belief is you don't know what's going on in someone's life when they walk through our doors. So our job is to make sure they have the best experience that they ever have.
Yes.
And we want them to leave with an amazing experience, and we want to take care of them, and we want to have them have a great experience. So
Yeah.
we always are in the forethought of thinking that when they come into our home, we're going to take care of them like they're part of our family.
And that's awesome, because I would say in the real estate business, when you're going to sell your home, and we go on listing appointments, Dawn and I do, and some of them, if it's someone who doesn't necessarily know us directly, we're going to probably be competing for the client to be our customer, and show them, hey, this is what we'll do, and then see if they're a good fit for us as well. However, so you could say it's very competitive in the real estate world, very competitive in the mortgage industry, and very, very competitive
Very
in the
competitive.
restaurant industry.
It is, and we're private. We're privately owned. We're not a corporation, so we don't have anyone to back us up. We can't steal from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
We have to do it every day.
Yeah.
And you get attached to your guests, like you get attached to your clients, and they come in. We have our regulars that come in every day, and if I don't see them that day, I'm wondering, what's going on with them today? Why aren't they here?
Do you have happy hour?
We do have happy hour Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday is the happiest of hours because it's half price all day long
Wow.
from we open to close. So you can order a bottle of wine and get another one.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you said that you guys make specialized cocktails. What are some of the specialties you have?
Some of the background is we developed our cocktail science. It's pretty amazing. And so our mixologists, we let them play behind the bar, and it took about 3 months to develop our drinks. We went for how long the alcohol gets diluted in the glass to...
Oh, really? You researched that? Wow, cool.
absolutely. And we let them play with it, and it took about 3 months to develop them.
Who lets their alcohol dilute in their glass? Come on.
Sometimes
some
when,
people do.
when the ice melts, it changes the complexity of the drink. And one of our
Oh,
drinks,
interesting.
it's called the New Fashioned, is made with tequila, and we have a jalapeno infused simple syrup. And
Wow.
I'm not an old-fashioned drink person. I do enjoy tequila. This looks like an old-fashioned, but it drinks like a very soft, kind of a warm burn. So the more it sits, the warmer the drink gets.
Oh, and
It's
what's that one
of my-
called?
It's called the New Fashioned, and it's made with tequila and a
Okay.
jalapeno infused simple syrup. It's amazing. And some
Wow.
bitters. And it's a damn sexy drink. That's what it is.
Wow.
The new fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, old fashions. I worked at a restaurant years ago. Boy, those were a popular drink with an older clientele. You know,
What is in an old fashioned?
It's like cherry orange. You got to smash it up.
Oh,
and
okay.
Bourbon.
But yours is
Yeah.
yours is called,
Ours is with tequila. It's
Nice.
tequila
I like
based.
tequila. That's
And
good.
we have a drink called the Stallion with absinthe is in it. That's so hard to say. And Lillet Blanc, and it's a nice, beautiful, refreshing drink also. We have a drink called the Stiletto. I've been known to wear a stiletto or two in my life. So it's got a brown sugar rim, and the girls love it.
Nice.
Wow.
That sounds like
Oh,
I
that
bet the
sounds
guys
really good.
like it, too.
We're ready
Getting
for, and,
thirsty.
and there's a lot of happy hours going to be happening here with the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
So Rebecca Boss, the website is bar.bar, BARRE.BAR. And check it out and put it on your list to do or to go to for lunch or for dinner here coming up for date night. I know I'm going to. We'll be back with more. Thanks for listening.